should you get an office? It is a question that every entrepreneur asks himself. And it's also a question I've been getting a lot in, my mentorship programs, in my Facebook group. And I think it's good to sort of go over all the pros and cons on, whether you're just starting your business or when you're growing your business, scaling your business. There's always pros and cons to it. But to start really at the beginning is, we go back to basically our brain and mindset. Because that is, in my opinion, the most important factor in the choice whether you should or shouldn't get an office. And think about it this way, right? Your brain is really good at associating places with certain tasks. Just like, you're listening to certain music might bring back certain emotions straight away. Seeing certain maybe movies brings back certain memories and certain mood. Even walking to certain places, could be linked to certain activities. For example, your bedroom, right? If you work in your bedroom, if you watch TV in your bedroom, if you spend a lot of time on your phone in your bedroom, that will mean that your brain doesn't really know how to associate that place, right? You go in there to sleep, but your brain isn't sure. Am I gonna watch TV? Am I gonna work? Am I gonna be on my phone? Am I gonna sleep, right? And by just having one reason to be in a certain room, your brain immediately identifies what you're gonna be doing. So I enter my bedroom and it's time to sleep. So your body sort of starts shutting down. So for me, I switch my phone in airplane mode about 30 minutes before I go to bed, which means that in my bedroom, I'm never on my phone. There's no TV, there's nothing there. I never ever work in my bedroom, which means that, my brain basically knows why I'm going there. So it will improve the quality of my sleep. And the same, of course, goes for work, right? If you work in a place where you also watch TV, if you play Xbox, if you sleep in the same room, right? Your brain isn't sure why you're in that room at the moment. And that will basically mean that you won't be as productive and as successful at the end as you could be if you actually have this room or this place which is only, for working. And there's, of course, two ways you can go about it. The first one is to have this part of your house, this room in your house, where all you do is work. I have that, right? In my house, I have a certain part of my house, and there's an office, there's a whiteboard, and there's like this big screen, this white screen, my notebook, and that's it, right? So the only thing I do there is actually work. And from there, I can't see anything else. I can't see a television. I can't see, so there's very, very little distractions. And then I have this place where we're at right now, right? This is my office. And, there's a whiteboard, there's a few desks here, there's another room there with more desks because I have employees. And that means that if I come here, right, as soon as I enter here, my mind knows that it's time to work. And that means that I will be productive. It's very easy not to get distracted by other things because my brain associates this place with work, right? So that is my biggest plus point for getting an office is the whole mind, the whole brain, the productivity. Because if we think about the brain connection, having an office is even better than having this small office in your house. Because in your house, there might be other people. You might, see television, I could be doing something else here as well. The reason why I have both is I have employees, which means that sometimes I want to not be distracted at all. Right? I don't want to have people walking in or clients calling or something happening. So I just stay in my house and work from my house. But right now it's a Saturday, which means that there's no one here. And then at that point I prefer to work here, right? So again, that is a big pro. A big con is, of course, especially if you're just starting your business, right? One of the key things to do when you're starting a business is to keep your overhead costs as low as possible. And getting an office probably means that, okay, you're gonna have to pay rent, you're gonna have to make sure you have a proper internet connection here. So there's gonna be additional cost. And if you're just starting out, those, depending where you live, it was 500, 1,000 a month that you're now gonna have to spend on the office. That might be, your entire ad budget, which you could use to get new clients. Or that could be the difference between, just barely breaking even and making some profit and reinvesting that money to grow your business more. So it really depends on your situation. But as soon as you can, I actually really recommend you to get, even if it's a small place, right? It doesn't have to be super fancy office. If you don't need to have clients come in, right, then your office doesn't have to be like super fancy. But it's just the space where you can work, you can really focus, there's no distractions. Because, you know, in your house, if you work in your house, you know, maybe you live together with your, you know, with your partner. You might have kids, you might have, I don't know, there's always, you know, there's always reasons to get distracted. And when you're starting your business, when you're trying to grow your business, it is so important to focus, and it's so important not to get distracted and really be able, you know, to do the things that you have to do that day. So when it comes to getting an office, and I know that a lot of people might not agree with me and they say, you know, it's just a waste of money. But trust me, if I look at what this, I mean, of course, if you have employees, I wouldn't want to have my employees in my house, right? I want an office straight away. But to me, even if I would be the only one working here, getting an office space would easily get back my investment, because I just know that whenever I'm here, I'm working. There's like, it's not like I can go and watch Netflix in the other room, or go and, you know, have friends over, or my neighbor, or well, anything, right? Because in here, I'm here to work, and there's no distractions, and I am productive. So I know that, you know, maybe the 1,000 that it will cost me a month, I'll easily make back of that, because I'm so much more productive and doing more work, so I'm making more work, right? So to answer the question, should you be getting an office? If you are in a position that, you know, you have the money at this moment, and you know, you're making some money, and you know that your time, if you can be more productive, you will make more money, which hopefully, you know, you will, then yes, get an office, right? And again, it doesn't have to be fancy. In this, I mean, look, this doesn't look super fancy, right, as an office. There's other rooms in here, you know, where I have this room where I can have clients come in, but you know, you can share that with other companies in a big building. You have huge buildings where you just have a reception area, where you have, you know, these meeting rooms, and it just looks more professional. You work more, you know, you're more productive. So yeah, I guess I could have probably made this video like 10 seconds and tell you, if you can afford it, then yes, because it will be a good investment, because you will get a good return. But yeah, it took like 7.5 minutes, I see. But it's my opinion. Especially think about the brain connection. That works with a lot of things, right? As I said, it works with sleep, and anything. It's just so good to have your brain associate a certain area, a certain room, a certain place with a certain one activity, because that will help you really get into, you know, the whole flow straight away. So yeah, let me know if you have an office, where you're at, why you decided to get an office or not get an office. And yeah, I will be back next year. Thank you so much for watching. I put one of these videos out every single week. So, you know, if you want, please subscribe to my channel. It actually really helps me. It means a lot. And it also means that you will actually get notified whenever I put a new video out. So see you next week.